And we're back with another update on Cardano. Shout out to the Cardano family, for showing so much love. Let's take a close look at Cardano and see what's happening as of November 10th. So as we are starting off, a brand new week, as far as the broader market is concerned, you're seeing, positive price action, as you can see for yourself. Most importantly, if you look at it on a weekly time frame, you're starting to see a lot of coins rebounding, which again is exciting as always. But we still need to be looking very closely to some of the key levels, something we obviously don't want to be neglecting. If you're looking at Cardano, it is up about 6.1% on the weekly time frame. Today alone, it's up about 1%. The price currently sitting at 58.6 cents. On the USD side of things, it's up about 1% as mentioned. And on the Bitcoin side, we're up about 0.2%. Valuation $21.4 billion dollars, and the 24-hour trading volume at about 1 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. If you're a regular viewer on the Crypto ZX channel, you guys know what has been happening across the board at this point. Yesterday was a great day, for the broader market. We saw, a nice bounce. Bitcoin went up about 5%, and in Bitcoin standards, that is a big move, to be honest. And altcoins, as you guys know, reacted really nicely yesterday. And some of that momentum, like I said, did carry on today as well. But one thing I will continue to talk about is the dominance. Dominance has not shown any sort of weakness, especially when Bitcoin, bounces the way it has. You want to see some sort of, weakness within the dominance, start pulling down to some of these levels. But yet we have not seen that. We're pretty much consolidating since November 7th, as you could see for yourself, around this range, just below 60%. And as of recording this update, the dominance has picked up above 60%. So again, very interesting to see, because let's say the price of Bitcoin does not hold around where it is. I think, dominance, rather than it going down, most likely with the way it's holding stagnant, could actually start pushing back up, which means, we could see altcoins, retracing again. So this is why I look for confirmations on the channel. Yes, Bitcoin made its way up to 106,700, a 5% move, not a bad move by any means. But with that being said, we're still not out of the woods, in my opinion. I still want to see the price of Bitcoin making its way into the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, and most importantly, start retesting some of the key levels we've discussed. But nonetheless, a 5% move will definitely take that. Yes, we're seeing a little bit of a minor pullback right now. We're sitting at about $105,341. But as you guys know, that the $105,000, there is some support around that range. If this does not hold, believe it or not, we could still push down to $103,400, which of course means dominance might start picking up, and it's already starting to show that. And that's something I don't want you guys to be, ignoring. But let's take a closer look at ADA and see what's happening. So the price of Cardano has seen quite a nice bounce over the last, few hours. And what I mean by that is, take a look at it. Obviously, let's kind of go back down to November 4th, just about a week ago. We saw obviously that retracement where the price of Bitcoin fell below $100,000, some a level that we've spoken about on the channel. Since then, the price of ADA has been in this upwards trend, and it's a clear indication that, we're in this upwards trajectory. It's about a 23% increase, which again is very impressive. But what's nice right now, if you're a Cardano holder, is that, we're able to reclaim back above the key support line, which of course in, the case when we were heading towards the upside was a resistance. As you can see for yourself, we retested it on 8th November. We came up to 59.2 cents. You can see for yourself, we fell below the key support line, got rejected exactly at that key range, and we finally broke out over the last, 24 hours, and we have retested 60.3 cents pretty much for the first time since early November. So this is nice to see, the fact that the price of ADA is slowly but surely, making its way back up to levels where it was prior to, the retracement that we did see, which took the price of Bitcoin below $100,000. Again, if you want to put this into perspective, since last night from 54.79 cents, we have seen an increase of about 10.3% for ADA, which again itself is very nice to see, just below the resistance at 60.5 cents we retested. But I like with the way things are heading as of now. Yes, if we examine it from, the October, I'm sorry, not October, if we examine it from the hourly time frame, we are in this upwards trend. But again, we want to see us hitting a new monthly high. Very, very important. If it's able to do that, I think, this could be, exciting for ADA in the immediate short term, for us start to retest some of the levels where we were pretty much just last, weekend, I'm sorry, 2 weeks back, which of course would be very nice to see. But again, we're back above this key resistance, and this time around it looks like, we're about to, close the support above that key range, which again would be very nice to see, step by step, of course. But again, with that being said, we just don't want to be ignoring Bitcoin, nor do we want to be ignoring Bitcoin dominance. because dominance is still not showing any sort of weakness. So that's something we want to be looking very closely to. So I'll keep you guys covered as always. Let me know in the comments down below what your personal thoughts are. Where do you see the price of ADA going at the end of this year? I'm just like, wanting to know what overall, people think in terms of where you think the price of Cardano would be at on December 31st of this year. And let me know your overall thoughts on the overall market structure and what you think is going to happen for the broader market. Love each and every one of you guys. Thanks for all the love. We'll see you later. Been Crypto ZX and peace out.